Hi everyone, this is Brandon's dad, and you're watching True School Sports.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, some last minute news before the big fight tomorrow between Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs. It's going to be a huge one. I'm very excited about it. Bernard Hopkins, obviously one of the best middleweights of all time, one of my favorite fighters, period. One of the best fighters of our era. He currently holds, as we all know, the middleweight record for title defenses, and he has 20 title defenses. And right now, Golovkin's coming into this fight with 17 consecutive title defenses. Jacobs will represent number 18. So Golovkin is very close, he's on the brink of history, and not just cementing himself as a good middleweight, but a great middleweight and potentially an all-time great fighter. Period. As he inches closer to this mark. So, with that being said, Bernard, he may not come out and say it, but he definitely wants Daniel Jacobs to get upset. So he actually came out and recently said that he thinks Jacobs is gonna pull off the upset. So here's what he said. Here's what Hopkins said. He said, I quote, "I see one of the biggest upsets ever coming. I see Danny Jacobs winning a hard-fought decision, but it won't be a fight so hard to score that the outcome will be debated like we had with Kovalev and Andre Ward. I just think Danny is prepared to do something great. On paper, GGG has to be the favorite. He's got all the knockouts in a row, and very few of those times has he been challenged a little bit, but much less seriously challenged. He's been steamrolling guys. There are some people who have been suggesting that he's shown some vulnerability in his last two fights against Dominic Wade and Kelbrook because he's been hit with punches he normally doesn't get with. But he's enough of a veteran to know what kind of power a guy packs or doesn't pack right from the jump. If you don't get his respect early, he'll go to you and eventually right through you." He then goes on by saying, I quote, "I thought I'd be around 70 before somebody got close to my record based on the trend of fighters going for titles in different weight classes rather than to stay in one weight class that long. I really thought my record would last a long time, and maybe it will. It ain't broken yet, but it ain't too far off. Would I be joyful if it was broken? Hell no. Would I accept it? Of course. I would have no choice but to accept it. Records are meant to be broken, but that don't mean I'd have to like it if mine is broken." End quote. So, B-Hop, obviously, it's still secret. You wouldn't want someone breaking your record. If you were in B-Hop's shoes, you wouldn't want someone breaking your record. So I get why he's saying Daniel Jacobs can win this fight. But let's not kid ourselves here. All right, we know B-Hop. We know he wants to keep his record. We know there are a lot of people out there who legitimately think Daniel Jacobs can win this fight. There are a lot of people that think that Daniel Jacobs can beat Golovkin and pull off the upset. And that's why we watch boxing. We watch boxing for nights like tomorrow night to see if someone like Jacobs can rise to the occasion, go for that gusto, and ultimately dethrone what looks to be an unbeatable middleweight, in Golovkin. Now I know a lot of people say, oh, there's weaknesses and whatnot, but as far as I'm concerned, the guy is the closest thing you can get to unbeatable in boxing right now. Not only is he beating guys, but he's beating them in a convincing fashion, splattering them all over the floor. So it is what it is. I made my thoughts known about this fight already. I checked my video of why Daniel Jacobs has no chance against GGG. That was a quite popular one. I believe has almost 30,000 views now. So I'm sure I'll pick up a couple more views before fight night. But it's gonna be a great fight. And Bernard, he had a great middleweight title run, or I don't want to say great. He had a solid middleweight title run. His best wins were against guys like Trinidad, and that was a hell of a fight. That was the first boxing match I ever watched. So shout out to him. That's the fight that got me into boxing. But I think the closer we get to the closer Golovkin gets to the 20 title defenses, if he should even just tie it, then we're gonna be sitting here talking about whose middleweight title run was better, and that's a discussion for another day. But I think if you get a guy like Daniel Jacobs on your resume, you got David Lemieux. Some solid guys. I think a lot of his opponents are divided because people don't like Triple G. But you're looking at Daniel Jacobs now. You're looking at maybe David Lemieux. A couple other guys he's beating: Martin Murray, Daniel Gil. Some solid, good veteran fighters that you don't just knock out. Bums don't knock those kind of fighters out, and Golovkin's done that with relative ease throughout the course of this middleweight title streak. So, I don't know if he's able to get Daniel Jacobs and maybe Canelo Alvarez on his resume. It makes for a hell of a debate. So we'll see what happens. But tomorrow, GGG goes for his 18th title defense at middleweight, the longest current title defense streak in boxing. Will he get it or will he not get it? You guys let me know in the comments. Do you agree with Bernard Hopkins? Golovkin, will he get dethroned by Jacobs, or does GGG steamroll Jacobs, make him a good boy, and put number 18 on his resume? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.